G'day, it's Heath here from pickinglessons.com. In this banjo lesson we're going to take a look at a great traditional Celtic tune called the Road To Lisdoonvarna. Now this tune is a single jig in 6/8 time, and this arrangement is played using a single string technique. So first of all, let's have a slow play through part A. 1 and 2 and 1. And 1. And 1. Okay, so part A for the Road to Lisdoonvarna. Now if you head on over to pickinglessons.com, you're going to find the tab for this arrangement, and you'll find the second video in this lesson where we'll tackle part B. pickinglessons.com. Okay, the Road to Lisdoonvarna is in 6/8 time and it's a single jig. So 6/8 time has two pulses grouped into 3/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So we have 6/8 notes to the bar with two pulses. That's the 6/8 time signature. Now the single jig has a feature of using the quarter note into the quaver quite a bit. So we have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So we have that rhythm quite a bit. We also have the three quavers grouped together as well. So we're going to take a look at some exercises for our right hand to cover those. Very quickly, the left hand is played out of position 2. So what that means is our first finger is on fret 2, second on fret 3, third on fret 4, and our little finger later on is on fret 5. So second position there, we're not playing anything in fret 1. The fingering is fairly straightforward in your left hand. It's in the tab, so check that out. But just keep in mind your first finger's up at fret 2 for this one. Okay, so some exercises for the right hand. So first of all, we're going to take a look at measure 1. Measure 1 has the crotchet quaver rhythm. So let's check that out. The way we're going to play that in our right hand is going to be thumb, index, thumb, index. What we're trying to do is use our thumb to play on the pulse every time. And we'll check that out a little bit later on when we have the three quavers because it's a bit harder. So with this rhythm, the crotchet, quaver, we have first bar sounds like this. Let's add the first note of the next measure in as well. 1 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 1. So that rhythm there, quarter note, eighth note, quarter note, eighth note. 1 and 2 and 1. So with our fingers, remember thumb is on the first note, index finger is on the second note. So we're playing thumb on the beat, and then just before the next beat, the index finger's playing. So thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb. What this means is our thumb and fingers tend to cross over a little bit over the strings. So keep an eye out for that. Whenever we have that quarter note, eighth note rhythm, that's the way the right hand's going to approach it. It is in the tab as well, but if you just bear that in mind, it'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, so the other example we need to check out is where we have 3/8 notes together. So we're going to have a look here at measure 4 into measure 5. So measure 4 into 5 sounds like this. And. So we have the quarter note, eighth note, 3/8 notes to the quarter note. Our thumb and index fingers are playing it in this fashion. Thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, thumb. So we have there, as we cross into the fifth measure, our thumb has to play twice, 2/8 notes in a row. So it's a little bit unusual, but it helps us get the pulse in this sort of tune, in this jig. So again, our fingering in the right hand is thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, thumb. And again, and thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, thumb. So when we get it up to tempo, the thumb can be challenging, but it's a great exercise for the right hand to be working on this. It just gives you all these different options for what your right hand can do in this single string technique. Often you find you just get to alternate thumb, index, all the way through the tune. If it's in 4/4 time, absolutely, you tend to be able to do that. This single jig in 6/8 time, we're trying to accent each pulse, and because we have 3/8 notes in one beat, we get an uneven amount of notes. So basically we're trying to use our thumb as the predominant feature of the pulse, and what that then means is we end up with some thumb-thumb movements over eighth notes. So one more time, that fourth into the fifth measure. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Fingering, thumb, index, thumb, thumb. So check it out, keep an eye on the tab for the fingers, left hand and right hand, but if you have a go at those couple of exercises, just getting used to the quarter note quaver rhythm, and then when you have the three quavers together, so the variations for the thumb and the index fingers, remembering we're trying to accent that pulse each time we get to that note with our thumb. You can go about it in other ways, but with this one it's not too hard, and it's a good way of getting used to some more abstract picking for your right hand. Alright, head on over to pickinglessons.com. You're going to find the second lesson where we're going to take a look at part B, and you'll find the tab for this arrangement. I'll see you there.